Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mariola. For today's video, we are in Richmond. It's a really quick weekend getaway because my friends are getting married and I'm super excited, and we had to shorten the trip because midterms are actually starting next week, and also Hurricane Fiona and Hurricane Ian changed the plans. Regardless of that, I'm super excited to bring you guys along because it is the first time Ruben and I, my husband, are visiting Richmond, and we have a couple things planned. It is going to be raining all weekend, but we're still gonna make the most of it, so let's get to it. The first spot we went to was Carey Street. It is a beautiful, really long street with a lot of businesses right next to each other, and of course when we got there, it's when it started raining. It wasn't any heavy rain, but it was also like 50-60 degrees, so it was getting very cold, but we decided to weather the storm, which wasn't really a storm, and we walked through the whole street. We parked in front of the Bird Theater, which was super cool. I really wanted to go inside and watch a movie, but it just didn't work with our tight schedule, so we just walked around, like I said, parked in front of the Bird Theater, and I'm just showing you all the different stores that we went into. There was a video game store. There were so many stores with a lot of cute knickknacks. My favorite one was Mongrel, which it was divided by sections, and I show you guys all my favorite sections. I thought it was really cool having like the kitchen section and then like Asian section. They also had like a mushroom section. I guess I would call it a forest. I really don't know. But there was a lot of cool things. We also decided to have lunch at the New York Deli, which was their oldest restaurant there, and oh my god. We had the sandwich that has a star right next to it that I showed you, and then the beer battered fries. They were so freaking good, and we decided to share it because we wanted to stop by the other places to grab snacks as well. Well, we did, but I was just completely full after that. There was like a vegan place across the street. Not a vegan place, but it was an ice cream shop that was women owned, and it had a couple of vegan options. We also checked out other stores. There was like a board game store. I don't know, it was really cute. I also like that they were all very themed. There was also vintage shop, so I definitely recommend taking a while out to check these out. We honestly stayed there for about 2.5 hours because we literally went into every single store and it was so fun. Everybody was insanely nice. This is one of the biggest things that we loved from Richmond. Everybody was so nice. For the rest of our first day there, which was Friday night, we actually got a little bit crazy, and I didn't record because it wasn't that interesting, but we decided to go to all the stores that we missed from the states that we don't have in Puerto Rico, so I didn't record any of that fun / boring stuff. Next day we had breakfast at the hotel, and then we had to make a quick pit stop at Michael's because I forgot the belt that was going with my dress for the wedding, but it was actually kind of a ribbon, so it worked out. And then we went straight to Maymont. Oh my goodness, guys. Maymont was insane. It was so beautiful. I have to say, I like how everything is very central to Richmond, so you can see all the biggest landmarks and cool things to do kind of nearby. So we decided to go, and they open, I believe, at 10 a.m. So we were there a couple minutes after they opened, and we decided to do a self walkthrough because they have different exhibitions that you can visit. But we just took this map and walked around the whole thing. Because we were kind of rushing, it took us a whole 2 hours, but I feel like if you were walking at a slower pace, you weren't rushed trying to get to a wedding, and you went to see every single thing they had, you could spend the whole day there. What's also really cool is that you have a lot of animals along your path. So the first ones we saw were the bisons, and then we went over to the butterfly garden. Unfortunately, since it had rained yesterday and that day as well, there were no butterflies flying around, but I can imagine how pretty it must be when they're actually there. There's also this really cute garden. Again, since it rained a lot that day, it was kind of, I don't know, wilted and stuff, but it was still really cool to see, like, they have the lettuce and the peppers and all that stuff, so it was really cool. They also have like a barn section where they had horses. As you can see, they have goats and other animals. You could feed them, but we literally did not have 25 cents, which is what you need. We had dollars, and we were running out of time, so we were just like, well, let's just walk around and see them. But it was still really cool having them nearby. What also honestly surprised me was the fact that there were 2 eagles right there, just sitting there, which was insane being so close to one. I've seen one before, like at Dollywood, but they're behind a fence. Over here, they were just like right there. And the other part they had, I believe, was a hawk, but unfortunately that one was closed. But it was still really cool. We were not expecting to see 2 eagles right there. Then was my favorite part, what I was looking forward to. It's the Japanese garden as well as the Italian gardens. They are so beautiful and so different. I literally wanted to stay in the Japanese garden forever because it was so relaxing with the waterfall. You could hear the birds. Oh my god, it was insane and it was so pretty. Walking over the pond was actually really cool as well. You could see the koi's underneath you. I didn't get any here. I tried to check and I didn't see any. But then further up ahead, I actually saw a couple, which I thought was really cool. Okay, after the Japanese gardens, you have to walk up a little hill. It's not a lot, but it's kind of a lot. It was a lot of steps. I tried to show you guys how it looked from the top. I don't think it does any justice. I was literally sweating, even though it was a really nice day, and we were out of breath. So, I don't know. Take with that what you will, but just know it's kind of a hike to get over to the Italian gardens and where the mansion is. As you can see, once you reach the top, you see the Italian gardens, totally a different vibe from the Japanese gardens, but they're still really pretty in and of itself. And you walk a little bit further down and you find the Maymont mansion. So for this, you can actually do a self-guided tour, which is at specific hours. Thankfully, somebody was really nice and let us go in really quickly just to look around, since we had 30 minutes to get out of here and go get dressed and go to the wedding. So we were cutting it close, but I'm gonna add a couple of clips. Sorry that they're kind of fast paced, but we were running behind. But it was so cool. So it's a turn of the century house, end of the 1800s, beginning of the 1900s. So my mom loves this era, and I felt like this was totally the kind of ambiance that we see in the movies that she loves, like Meet Me in St. Louis. That's one of her favorite movies, and everything was just so insanely detailed. It was really cool. So if you have the time to go, I definitely recommend coming in here. It has 3 floors and it has a basement, which we did not go to because I'm 100% convinced that that was haunted and I was not in the mood for that. So we did not go see it, but if you do go, let me know how it is. So then we ran away from Maymont and we went to the hotel to go get changed before the wedding. I did not record anything of the wedding, but we did have 2.5 hours between the ceremony and the reception. So we decided to hit 2 distilleries in between and get a couple drinks. The first one we went to was Virago. It looks very shady. You walk into a warehouse and you think this isn't the place, but it is a place. And we had a little bit of tasting and we ended up taking a bottle of sherry, which was so good. I honestly really liked it. We had a couple drinks there, a couple of chips. The place is really nice, very secluded and very relaxing. If you could hear the music that was playing in the background, it was so nice. And then we decided to go to the second distillery, Reservoir Distillery. Ruben tried again all the different ones that they had. It has a little chart that explains, and they were honestly really good as well. As you can see, he's enjoying it. And then after that, we went to the reception. It was so much fun. I didn't record anything that day, and now we are on Sunday, our 3rd day here. We were gonna try to go to the Lewis Botanical Gardens, but honestly, we were exhausted. So we just decided to go catch breakfast at the Fancy Biscuit. There was a long line out the door, but look at how pretty it is outside. They have a lot of outdoor seating, and even though you can't really sit, they do takeout, so they bring you the food to your table, and it was honestly really nice. The weather was perfect as well, so we decided to sit outside. Also, the food was amazing. They had a flight of gravies with your biscuits. They had a chicken biscuit sandwich that was so good. The tater tots were actually grits. Oh my god, I recommend. Afterwards, we went to the store that's right next to it called Shindig's. I thought it was adorable because it had everything you needed for a party, and they had these cakes that were dairy-free, were calling my name, but I was honestly super full from the fancy biscuits. But after that, because I have FOMO leaving a new city that I love so much and wanting to see everything, we decided to just go drive around downtown. We saw the James River. We went into the forest area that has a lot of hiking options, which I really wish we had more time because it would be so fun to do, but also really cool place to visit if you have the time. Right here you can see the river. You can also do kayaking, and I saw some amazing pictures in fall with the kayaks and the foliage around you, so it was really cool. While here, we actually ran into a dad and his son who were bird watching, and they asked us if we saw a black bird fly by, and we said we did, and he was like, oh my god, that's a raven, we've been trying to spot it. And as we were walking away, we were like, oh my god, it's up there, and they were able to see it, and they were so excited, and we were excited too, and they gave us some fun facts about ravens. And like I said, Richmond people are too nice, man. Richmond, I am coming back for you, your food and your people, because I love you. So here's a little bit of downtown. They have a lot of monuments there as well. They have a Civil War museum, which sounded really cool, an Edgar Allan Poe museum. I mean, there's so much we didn't get to do. But even though we spent literally, I think it was like 46 hours in Richmond, we immediately fell in love. And I know for a fact we will be back and I'll be able to show you guys more things that we did. But if you ever have 46 hours in Richmond or less, these are the things that I recommend to do, or the other stuff that we didn't get to do. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!